Hi everybody, welcome all. Today we are going to discuss some of the techniques used in pre-preparation. When I say pre-preparation, it is referring to those activities which are done prior to the actual cooking process. These pre-preparation activities are also addressed as mise-en-place in French. First one is washing. We have already seen in personal hygiene how important it is to do our hand washing. Similarly, the raw materials also to be washed. Here, the superficial dirt on the surface of the food item is getting removed. Vegetables, fish, meat as well as egg has to be washed in order to remove the dirt as well as the blood and similar particles. Peeling. Peeling is referred to the activity where the peel or the skin of the vegetable or fruit is removed. Even the spoiled, soiled and inedible portions can be removed with the help of a peeler. Paring. Paring is a similar word or similar terminology indicating the removal of the peel, but it is done in layers with a circular motion. Cutting, reducing to smaller parts with a knife or a pair of scissors is addressed as cutting. Now mincing. Mincing is also one terminology referring to the cutting of vegetables, but here the vegetables are cut into very fine pieces. Now when the meat is also done like this, it is addressed as minced meat. It is done with the help of a meat mincer. Chopping. When a chopping knife or a food processor is used, it is termed as chopping. Shredding. Cutting vegetables, especially the green leafy vegetables like cabbage, into fine long pieces is addressed as shredding. Next one is slicing. Cutting the vegetables into thicker, flat pieces are addressed as slicing. Next one is dicing. This is also one form of cutting where the vegetables are cut into even-sized cubes. Now dices can be of differing sizes too. Next one is grating. Grating is referring to reducing to fine particles by rubbing over a rough, sharp surface called graters. The graters are available in varying sizes and forms. Mainly there are two types of graters, the flat grater as well as the box grater. Next one is grinding. Reducing the spices to fine fragments by crushing in a mill, a grinding stir or in an osterizer. Mashing. Breaking up soft foods like cooked potatoes with the help of a potato masher. Sieving. Passing the flour through a mesh to remove impurities or to break down into even parts or to enclose air. There are many advantages, mainly these three advantages like the foreign ingredients or foreign materials or the impurities are getting removed. Secondly, all the ingredients, especially if you combine flour and baking powder, it gets combined evenly. And also a natural incorporation of air happens or air is taking place when you do the sieving. Even there are different types of flour sifters available in the market. Next one is milling. It is done for cereals in order to remove the husk. There are so many modern machineries in order to do the milling. Steeping. Extracting the coloring or flavoring into a liquid by allowing to remain at a simmering temperature is addressed as steeping. For example, making of tea. The tea bag is steeped into the hot liquid, and after some time we find that the color and the flavor is extracted into the water. Next one is centrifuging. Centrifuging is the type of force applied in order to separate cream from milk or butter from buttermilk. Here, because of the application of the whirling force, it helps in separating the two parts of a substance. Next one is emulsification. Here, an emulsion is formed between two non-mixable or insoluble liquids. For example, the emulsion we find in mayonnaise is between the emulsion of egg yolk and oil. Here, a mechanical pressure is applied in order to combine the egg and the oil. Similar process is also happening in the making of salad dressings, especially the French dressing or vinaigrette dressing or lemon dressing, etc., where uh, either vinegar, lemon, etc., is getting combined with the oil by the application of a mechanical pressure. But that is a temporary emulsion formed, whereas in the case of mayonnaise, we find a permanent emulsion. Next one is evaporation. Removal of water commonly accelerated by heating without lid. That means by continuous simmering, the water content is getting reduced. Next one is homogenization. Homogenization is referring to a state where a similarity or uniformity is found in a liquid or in an ingredient. This is made possible by the subdivision of large drops into smaller ones by forcing them through a small opening under great pressure. For example, in homogenized milk, we find that the distribution of cream is even all over. So the cream is being broken down into finer particles and it gets distributed all over the place. So in today's session, we have come across the various techniques used in the pre-preparation or the various mise-en-place done in the kitchen. The pre-preparations are referred as those activities which are done prior to the actual cooking process. So it is very important to know the various techniques and the terminologies referring to the same. Thank you for the patient listening. Have a nice day.